Hey everyone, welcome to Sir Inc.'s The Experience Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything kink. We only cater to adults 18 and above, so remember this podcast is not safe for work, or as we like to say, NSF.
Remember, you can always listen or watch us during your private time. Hello, kinky and kinkiers folk out there. My name is Sir Inc. And on this vlogcast, we're going to discuss soul ties. Is it real? Is this something we making up now? Is it a new concept? Let's get into it. Let's go. You know, I've been hearing a lot about soul ties. And just to be blunt, I think soul ties just sound like, being dickmatized, not being able to walk away from a situation that's just familiar to you. Because you feel as though if it's not them, it's going to be someone else. It's always going to be something. That's what it sounds like to me. So when I hear people say, oh, you don't want to, I mentioned this before. Guys had this 3 fuck rule, right? Whereas though if you have sex with a woman more than 3 times, you're in a relationship, right? And then I hear women speak of like soul ties. You know, if you have sex with a person long enough, then your souls are kind of connected, and it's hard to, not be without that person. And if y'all break up, you might have to do some yoni cleaning to get that person out your system, all these kind of things. And I'm just wondering, where did all this stuff come from? And I think the bottom line of it is just, you emotionally connected to a person, and we call it soul ties, right? Because when we go to the soul level, it seems like it's something deeper than just emotions. When I think a lot of this is just emotions, emotional attachment to a person. Whether that situation be good or toxic, it seems like people are just trying to explain their feelings away. That's what it sounds to me. So we wrap it up. It can't be my feelings, because my feelings should be able to be overridden by my logical mind. But if it's my soul, my mind nor my feelings has any control over my soul. My soul does its own thing. So we're going to frame this as a soul tie. Now, I could be wrong. But I don't think there's any real way to legitimize a soul tie. The concept is both our souls meet, and people believe in that. Did you find the right one? Did you find the one for you? Did you find your soulmate and all that? I mean, some people believe in that concept. Some people are just looking for a good situation. Some people are looking for companionship. Some people are looking for someone that they can just really be friends with and move on through life together, So a lot of this soulmate and soul tie stuff, I'm not saying that if that's what you think, if that's your perspective on relationships and connection, then who am I to say that? Who am I to say that you're wrong? Because yes, some things go on a little deeper level. However, I think now we're trying to justify some stuff because we really don't want to do the work. Which is, one, if you're in a situation and the sex is good, but the relationship isn't good, and you know that shit is holding you back, and the only reason that you're holding on is because it's sexual, then we know that your logical mind should tell you, hey, you need to walk away from this situation. You'll find someone else. They may not be as great of a lover, but they may be a better partner, right? And it's crazy that a lot of us are just deficient in the area of having gravitas, having But just having enough logic and self-respect to know that this situation I'm in, though the sex is good or some part of it is good, but it ultimately it will not get me to what I really want for myself as far as a relationship and what that looks like long term. Whatever this situation is, we've hit the ceiling already. Ceiling is right there. My head is touching it. I know we're not going no further, but I don't want to leave it because this is a good dance partner in when some songs come on. So I want to keep dancing that dance, but you keep dancing that dance, you could be wasting time. You could be overlooking someone that's there. It could be some opportunity that's waiting for you to move on. But how long do you have to move on before that other situation that could be waiting for you has other options? So this is what we're playing with. And I just think when I hear people say, oh, soulmates and soul ties. And so we have soulmates. But if you're having sex with someone long enough, whether that relationship is good or really tragic or toxic, it's okay to wrap it up with a bow and say, oh, it's a soul tie. So really, there's no real accountability for you. It's stuff that's out of your control. It's my soul. And how can I get control over my soul? Like, I have to let my soul want what it wants and do what it wants to do. No. No. And people that are into more spiritual things, far as different spiritual systems, religions, different practices, even yoga, meditation, these sort of things all deal with you being able to calm your mind down, be able to calm your emotions down so that you can bring your mind, body, and soul as one. So we can wrap some stuff in a bow like soul tie, and it seems like you're just being carried away with the wind because your soul is doing what it wants to do. Well, there is a chain, a box that your soul can fit in. And you go to those things, you go to these things like meditation that allows you to be able to calm yourself in every way and to be able to channel your energy and script some things so you can have better outcomes. But it also helps you to have that honest realization with yourself, like, what am I doing, right? Because what happens is we know we could be in something that's not good for us, that's toxic, and then we'll say, hey, it's a soul tie. And then we'll do all this other stuff. We'll have all this other stuff going on to keep our minds from really wanting to deal with the reality of our life, which is, I'm really on some bullshit right now because I'm feeling this person and it's not going nowhere. But whatever that one thing they give you, that one or two areas that they complete, it gives you that dopamine that your body wants. It's that dopamine. They feed something, and mostly what they're feeding is your ego. Or they're feeding the fact that you don't have to feel like I'm lonely. And I speak about this a lot. Loneliness is a killer, man. Loneliness makes people go into some really dark places. It makes people go into some really dark situations. Loneliness is like, I'd rather be in something, even if it's toxic, before I'm in nothing. Because people put so much value into having someone else, as if we can possess something other than ourselves. Let me say that again. we, a lot of people wish to possess another person, which is so hard, virtually impossible to do. That's why people have such a hard time when someone cheats on them. That's why people have a hard time with cheating or have been cheated on, and they just go looking for it because they're looking for control. They want to control the narrative. They want to control everything that goes on. And this is in this play of life that we're in. Everybody got different scripts. I'm sorry. You wanted to be the director. You wanted to be the author, the director. You wanted to write the script. You wanted to direct it. You wanted to act in it. You was trying to do everything. And what happens is you start to realize, like, you know what? Damn, the only part I can play is my own. The only script I know 100% is my own script. Right? And then when these crazy things happen, we start to say, well, it's a soul tie, and so woe is me. I got caught up. Woo woo woo. Nah, man. Nah, you ignored the red flags, right? You wanted to be in that because you were trying to change it up. It didn't happen because you can't control other people, right? The most you can really ask for is that people are just being authentic to who they are. And if you're doing something, just own it. Come in saying this is how I roll. If it's about other women, then it's about other women. If it's about other men, it's about other men. If it's I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship, or I don't want to live with you, something like that, then just be honest. It's not that hard. You'd be surprised what people are willing to accept, agree to. Because when you say accept, let me go back. When you say accept, it kind of sounds like a person is kind of forced to deal with a situation once you get them a certain way down the road. When you get them into a soul tie, now they have to just kind of accept anything you're going to throw at them. No, okay. So let's not do that. Let's do total authenticity and responsibility. How about, this is who I am, this is how I roll, this is what I see for myself long term, and this is where I see you in that frame. Now, I know you have your own script that you're running in life. Do our scripts match up? Where do our scripts match up? Do they match up for a long term thing together, or is this like we're gonna do one show tonight and then we're done? Or we're going to be, doing the show for a month or 3 months or a year or 2 years, and then it's done? Or do I see infinite possibilities with you? The way you are, we can grow together, and do some things. So these are conversations I think that we need to have. I think people need to get to being honest with their desires and who they are. And until you really know who you are, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 8 out of 10 people know exactly who they are. But are you confident enough? Do you have the gravitas to be able to speak that to other people? To be honest with that? To say, look, this is who I am, this is what I want. Maybe we can do some things, maybe we can't. And maybe if you're the type of person that can't avoid being soul tied to a person, right? Without, when you have sex and you're soul tied. If you're that type of person, then if you're looking for a long-term star or co-star to your play, then you need to see if the script they read is a long-term script, or is it a script for a one-night show? Is it a script for a 30-day, a 30-day show? Or, how long does this script read for? Is that person being honest? Can you trust? How long does it take where you can trust to know who these people are? People are out here playing all kinds of games. I see it online. I see a friend of mine put up if you find a lint brush on the floor by a man's bed, then he's trying to, uh, make sure that there's no other female hair around, right? Which I had to message her and say, please don't put that out there. Because it is such low level thinking. And I know people think like this. I mean, I know people really think like this. But what happens is you start creating these false narratives in your mind. So a man can't just have a lint brush. See, what happens is you say on the floor, a woman walk in a man's house, have a lint brush up on his dresser, and then she's saying, oh, you got a lint brush. Now it becomes not that the lint brush is on the floor. Now it becomes, oh, it's a lint brush, period. So now they attach the lint brush with cheating. See what I'm saying? And it's just fucking ridiculous. And people have a way of putting these things in their head and playing them out in real time. And that's not good. Because you start judging someone off of what someone else put out there on social media. And I'm saying that's bad. That's bad. Let people live their lives. First of all, dudes aren't that crafty no matter what they do. Guys are not that good at cheating. Period. They're going to tell themselves. Most people do not have the discipline to do shit behind people's back, especially someone that they're being intimate with and holding that. They just are not that good. They're not that good. People's behavior betrays themselves all the time, especially with dudes. Because dudes are fucking simple. We're not complicated like you ladies are. We're simple. We don't even know about hair on the floor, on the pillow, enough to get a lint brush. I mean, roll a brush. We're not even that crafty. Dudes are dumb as shit. Dudes are dumb. You be girl hair all on the sink. They ain't seen that. They done did all this in the bedroom. They ain't seen the hair on the sink in the bathroom. Or they didn't see the hair in the shower that they didn't wash, they didn't clean. Come on, y'all. Let's not make this more complicated than what it is. Dudes are not that damn good at cheating. And y'all ladies know that. So to go hunting for things is just absolutely ridiculous. It just is your own insecurity, which you should not feed into. Because you can ruin a perfectly good situation with your own insecurities. Trust me, I've been there. I've been a victim. And I don't believe that there's any victims, but I've been a part of someone accusing me of some shit that I wasn't doing. And that's fine. I'll bust their ass every time they come at me with the BS, because I'm a man. I don't mind telling you what I'm into and what I'm trying to do. If I want another woman, I want you to be there too. So you need to bring somebody in so we can handle that. I don't need her phone number. I need to talk to her. If that's the case. If this is what we're worried about other women, if you're worried about other women than me, then bring the chick in. Let's have some fucking fun. What we talking about here? I'm grown in the respect of knowing myself and knowing what I want and knowing what I need. And I will not involve myself with jokers. But the first thing I need to do is make sure that any and everyone that's in my life, that's being a part of my play, or in this play that I'm in life, and they come with their script, I need to let them know this is what my script is, and I'll give it to them. You can read that. You can read my script, because the thing is, if I'm not living true to my script, I need you to call me out on it, because this is what I believe in. This is who I am. So if I'm not being who I am, or who I say I am, for sure, I want you to call me out on it. But the thing that people will respect about me, whether they agree with something or disagree, they won't say that ain't in his script. You really won't hear too many things about me, but like, damn, I never thought he could do that. I never thought he was like that. You don't hear those kind of things about me. Because I know that your word is bond. I know that the one true value a man has is his character. And whether it be your enemy, whether it be loved ones, etc., Whether they like you or not, at least they can respect you. And what people respect is, man, he on his script. I may not agree with that script, but I respect that he living it, and he ain't lying about it. He's not taking advantage of anybody with it. He's telling them, and he has nothing but willing participants in his life. So, these are my thoughts, guys, on soul ties and soulmates and all that good nuanced stuff. Let me know how you feel about this topic. Hit me up. Hit me in the DMs. You know where to find me. Sir Inc. on Facebook. Sir Inc. on Instagram. Sir Inc. 09 on Twitter. You can also find me on kingspace.net. And always check out the website, sirinc.com. And remember, it's Sir INQ. This is how we do it, everybody. It's your boy. Thank you for listening.
That was quite an experience, wasn't it? Tune in again for a fresh release of Sir Inc.'s The Experience podcast.